We arrived in Beijing full of excitement and curiosity. It was our first time in China, me, my wife Emma, and our 6-year-old son Tom. We had 10 days planned: Beijing, the Great Wall, then off to Shanghai and the Bund. We were ready for adventure, not crisis. On our first night, Tom stood by the window of our high-rise hotel room, mesmerized by the neon skyline. "Daddy, are there dragons in China?" he asked with a giggle. I told him that maybe, just maybe, he'd spot one on the Great Wall. By 10:30 p.m., he was tucked in bed dreaming of emperors and fireworks. Emma and I settled down, sipping tea by the window, soaking in the dazzling view of Beijing's city lights. It was one of those perfect travel moments, until everything changed. Around midnight, I woke up to a strange sound, a soft groan. At first, I thought Tom was talking in his sleep. Emma stirred beside me, then suddenly sat upright. "Something's wrong," she said, her voice already tight with worry. She reached over and felt Tom's forehead. "He's burning up," she whispered. I rushed over. His skin was scorching. His cheeks were flushed deep red. His breathing was rapid and shallow. His little body was curled up, trembling. "Tom," I said gently. He didn't respond. Just moaned again, barely conscious. That's when panic hit. We scrambled for our travel kit. Painkillers, gauze, antiseptic. But no children's fever medicine. None. We'd packed for cuts and scrapes, not this. Emma's hands were shaking. I should have packed it. I always do. Why didn't I bring it this time? I tried to stay calm, but I was scared. In the UK, even during the day, getting medical help for a child can take hours. At night? We once drove 30 minutes just to find a 24-hour pharmacy, only to be told they had no pediatric meds left in stock. And now we were in a foreign country. At midnight. No idea where to go. No Chinese skills. No hospital in sight. No Google Maps support. Emma's voice cracked. "What do we do? We can't take him out like this." She wasn't wrong. It was freezing outside. And Tom could barely lift his head. I grabbed my phone and opened a map app. All in Chinese. I tried switching to English, still confusing. The nearest hospital was several miles away. And we had no clue whether it would even accept foreigners or how long the wait would be. Back home, we might have had to wait 2 hours. Here, we had no time. Our son's fever was spiking dangerously fast. Then I remembered something our tour guide, Xiaoli, said that morning. In China, you can get almost anything delivered, even medicine. Even in the middle of the night. It sounded too good to be true, but I had no better idea. I downloaded Meituan, the Chinese delivery app. The interface was in Mandarin, but thankfully some parts had pictures and icons. Enough to stumble through. I searched for children's fever medicine. To my surprise, dozens of results came up: ibuprofen suspensions, acetaminophen, cooling patches, even electrolyte drinks. There were reviews, ratings, and even dosage information. I selected a bottle of ibuprofen for 6-year-olds and clicked Buy Now. Added our hotel address. Tapped Pay. Emma looked at me doubtful. "Do you really think someone will deliver at 1 a.m.? "I don't know," I said. "But I hope." Then came the first shock. A notification pinged. Order accepted. Estimated delivery, 5 minutes. 5 minutes? I stared at the screen. Was this real? Then the hotel phone rang. Hello, Mr. Smith? Your delivery has arrived. A robot is on the way to your floor. A robot? I said, confused. I opened the door and peered into the hallway. Moments later, a small wheeled robot came humming around the corner, stopped in front of our door, and flashed a message, "Delivery for room 1103. It opened its compartment, and inside was the medicine, a soft gel ice pack, and a small handwritten card in English. Wishing your little one a speedy recovery. From your friends at Meituan. I felt something rise in my chest. I wasn't sure whether to laugh or cry. I turned to Emma. A robot. Just delivered medicine. In 5 minutes. She took the bottle and quickly measured out a dose for Tom. He swallowed slowly. We laid the ice pack across his forehead. Within 20 minutes, his breathing began to ease. The flush faded from his cheeks. I don't remember much after that. We both sat on the floor, holding each other, half laughing, half crying. We'd come to see the Great Wall. We hadn't expected to witness a miracle in a hotel hallway. But it didn't stop there. The next morning, Tom was back on his feet, tired but smiling. He insisted on seeing the Temple of Heaven. So we went. Later that day, we decided to try ordering lunch through Meituan again. This time, we picked hot pot. Within 10 minutes, a man arrived with raw lamb, vegetables, tofu, noodles, a bubbling broth container, and a portable stove. He even showed us how to cook it right there in our room, explaining everything in simple English. Emma looked at me and laughed. In the UK, we wait an hour for soggy fries. And here we're getting hot pot room service. Over the next few days, we kept noticing more things. At the subway, we bought tickets in seconds using machines that supported English. On the streets, shared power banks and bikes were everywhere. Every vendor, from street food carts to souvenir shops, had a QR code. No cash needed. One afternoon, Tom dropped his favorite water bottle at the Forbidden City. We were sure it was gone for good. But we scanned a lost and found QR code posted near the gate. 2 hours later, hotel reception called us. Someone had found it and sent it back. Losing something in China, Emma said, is faster than finding it at home. But more than the technology, it was the safety that stunned us. We never felt uneasy, not even walking down alleyways at night. Locals were polite, helpful, even protective. People smiled at Tom, helped him navigate ticket machines, offered candy in restaurants. Back in the UK, I wouldn't let him play outside alone after 7 p.m. But here, in Beijing and later in Shanghai, we let him run around parks and playgrounds without fear. One evening, as we strolled through Nanjing Road, Tom pointed to a small robotic cart that was making ice cream in real time. He watched, wide-eyed, as the machine added toppings, swirled the cone, and handed it over with perfect precision. He turned to me and said, "Daddy, is this the future?" And I didn't know how to answer. Back in the UK, when we told our friends the story, they were stunned. "You're joking, right?" One asked. "A robot brought medicine? In 5 minutes? At midnight?" I showed them the photo. The robot, the note, the time-stamped app receipt. Another friend commented, "Did you time travel to 2050?" I just smiled. Because in that moment, in that hotel hallway, holding medicine delivered by a robot, watching our son's fever break, I realized something. China didn't just save Tom. It shattered everything I thought I knew about the world.